make labels for my shirts, and I am so excited with how they turned out. I thought this was a great way to take my personal business up a notch by adding labels to my shirt. I've been trying to think of how to do it for a while now, and when I learned about making screen print transfers and how simple it was, I thought this was the perfect way to do it. The exciting part is, in addition to your regular screen printing items, you hardly need anything extra to make these transfers. You're gonna want this Plastisol transfer powder, Plastisol ink. I decided to try out this white Ecotex Plastisol ink from Screen Print Direct. You're just gonna want Plastisol ink for these transfers. Last thing is this Plastisol transfer paper from Screen Print Direct. And if you don't know this already, if you don't have these items and you're going to order them, you do get 15% off your first order at Screen Print Direct using promo code SOULSISTERS23. So if you want to come along with me, I will show you just how I make these. Just a reminder to hopefully save you a mistake that I made, do not mirror your design as you usually would when making your screen, as the design will flip again when being applied to the subject you are printing on. So make sure you have those 3 supplies we talked about: the Plastisol transfer paper, Plastisol transfer powder, and Plastisol ink. You'll see this transfer paper has a side that is smooth and shiny, and then there's another side that has more of a matte look and a texture to it. You want to print on the matte textured side of the paper. Now you're gonna go ahead and screen print just as you usually would. For this particular project, I did 2 passes of my ink. The awesome part is I was able to get 18 of these on just 1 sheet of transfer paper. Now your goal is to gel the ink by flashing it. I tried to get it around 40 degrees under the ink that I was using, cure temperature. If you have a flash dryer, that will be very helpful, but if not, I did make it work with a heat gun. Next, we're going to very carefully remove it from the press and bring it over to a cardboard box. This is where we'll apply the transfer powder on one side and carefully let it slide down the sheet back and forth, and then you can carefully pour what you don't use back into the container again. I also want to note that I did learn it is very important to shake off any excess powder from your sheet. Now most of these can be saved, however I'm going to cut one out right now to show you how it works. I'm going to go ahead and cut it to size. Look how good that looks. And now we're going to make sure the heat press is ready for it. The temperature of your heat press should be around 320 to 350 degrees, and you are going to press it under there for about 10 to 12 seconds. Through my own trial and error, I found that it worked best just to have a slight pressure on it. I also experienced better luck doing a cold peel over a hot one, so once it was done under the press, I removed the shirt while leaving the transfer paper on, and once it completely cooled off, then I very gently removed it from the shirt. Seriously, such a simple but fun thing you can add to your handmade apparel. Once I found out that I could make my own transfers from home, I thought I had to give it a try, and I was extra excited when I discovered that it's really fairly simple and the supplies you need are minimal. I figured, why not give it a try? I think it's awesome for, like I did myself, labels on your shirts if you want to add your logo. I think it's really great. Like, let's say I want to add just a little something on the sleeve. It's an easy way to do that. It could be great for printing on totes. I personally do not love printing totes or anything that's a little bit more of an odd shape. It could add a simplicity to it. But yeah, awesome thing to try. Low supplies needed to give it a try, and it just expands a little bit of what you can do. If you have any questions on this, please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to check the description. We also have a blog with a step-by-step description of how to use this. Let us know how it goes making your own transfers, and I will talk